Alrighty. See if y'all can hear me. That always takes a few seconds to actually get set up. What's up, everyone? The early squad's here today. I love to see it. How is everybody doing? Looks like we got Mountain Bob here. Matthew, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm glad you stopped by at least pre-show. Got Nick here, Josh. Woodsy's here talking about YouTube Premium. Yeah, I don't know how the ads are going to work for this one, but I'm hoping it's not many. I really have no control over my live ads, so we'll see. But at least you still got the ad-free experience. Juan's here as well. John, James, Matt Clausen, John McKinstry, a member of the channel. Nice. What's up, everyone? Tyree, CJ's in here. Golly, Chase coming in with the first. CJ, you going to take that? Oh, my gosh. So many people here today. This is awesome. What's up, Stan? All right, JJ, everybody's in here today. This is awesome. It's a Friday night party. This is what I'm talking about right here. And Kevin Yang is here too. That's actually a good question right here, Woodsy. I don't think you can on YouTube yet, but I don't know why they haven't implemented that to match Twitch. Wow, this is awesome, y'all. Jeez. I really appreciate y'all taking some time to be with me today. I mean, this is going to be obviously a little bit of a different stream to what I've done in the past. This is mainly just going to be, me talking with y'all, answering live questions, and I'll probably give it like 20 or 30 minutes before I give all the channel updates I have. I think I have a list of like 5 or so. Yeah, it looks like 5 things that I want to talk about with y'all today, which I feel like, honestly, just the subscriber goal that we hit, as well as the viewership goal that we just hit as well, just gives me an excuse to get to talk to y'all about this stuff. So that's kind of why I wanted to bring y'all in here today and didn't take any, pre-live questions. I just want this to be full live experience. CJ already bringing out the team rose gold versus gold conversation. Y'all gotta respond to this. I'm the team classic gold side of things, but what is everybody else in here? Got another Spencer in here. Let's go. Caesar's here. Fred's here. Wow, that's awesome. Kay's in here as well. Got a few of our members in here. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm just trying to read all of y'all's comments. This is awesome. Uh-oh, Stan coming in with the Team Classic Gold. Sheesh. I wish I could show that one. For some reason, my StreamYard won't let me show some of the comments on here. It's kind of weird. Team Classic Gold versus Team Rose Gold to start off this stream, guys. We gotta leave it down below. I wish I could turn on a poll. I don't know how to do that. But maybe one day. Oh my gosh, what are y'all doing? Dude, we just started. Are y'all kidding me? Kay is coming in with the super sticker. That's actually, I think, the first super sticker I've gotten on my channel. I wish I could show it in StreamYard, but it's not exactly letting me. But y'all should just go. I mean, y'all have the chat there. Y'all can see. So look in the actual live chat to see that super sticker. But thank you so much for that. Right off the bat, donations. This is insane. Okay. I don't know what to say anymore. And Woodsy coming in with a $20 donation. Y'all are crazy, dude. Starting off the night right. Yeah. Hope the move went well. Congrats on the milestones. Keep it up and many more to come. Yeah, so the move's actually happening in 2 days. So that's exactly, why I wanted to take the time right now to do this, because I don't know what my setup's going to even look like in like 2 days. And I'm probably going to have to work from my girlfriend's place for the whole of next week. So it's going to be a bunch of crazy stuff going on, but I still have all the videos coming out like normal. So it's going to be maybe a little bit different location for filming for the next video or two. So we'll see. But thank you so much for the donations right off the bat, guys. And John coming in with the $2 donation as well. Classic Gold for the win. So CJ, I hate to say it, but the Classic Gold might be winning this one. John, thank you again for that. That's so cool. Team Classic Gold. I like the Rose Gold. Probably get the Classic Gold. Yeah. Fair enough. Jason, I'm glad you got to make it to a stream as well. I know we've talked a lot in our comment sections, but yeah, I'm glad to have you in here. Sarah Schmidt. What's up, Sarah? I'm glad you joined us today. That's a That's a good team to be on too, by the way. Classic gold, classic gold. I only just got my first Amex card. Matt, you can still chime in here. Oh my gosh. Free cookies with rolls gold. It's so funny. Man, y'all are going crazy right now. Like I said before, oh, actually I wanted to mention this too. I saw Mojo, you're here as well. What's up? 120 degrees in Phoenix right now? Oh my god. I mean, in Austin it's pretty bad. We've been like consistently like 106 or so, I feel like. Last few days, every time I get in my car, that's what it says. After driving for a bit. But yeah, I've only seen 120 on my dash right when I get in my car, but that's obviously not too accurate. That's crazy. I appreciate you being here. Man, oh man. Well, like I said, I don't have pre-prepared questions. I'm going to talk about those announcements here in probably like 15, 20 minutes. I just want to make sure everybody's in here that should, hear this stuff. I know it takes a little bit to get everybody in, but I'd like to just go ahead and already start taking live questions from y'all. In the meantime, I might answer a few of them. And then after I get through a few, it'll be, perfect time to where I can start talking about the announcements. So if y'all want to leave questions in here, you can do like we always do and basically just put, like 3 question marks at the front or end of your question. That just kind of helps me visually see if it's a question that I need to be answering. And, try not to spam a bunch of questions. Just put, one at a time. And I'll try to get through as many as I can throughout the whole course of this. And we'll just get through what we can, really. But this is going to be all live. And honestly, since I saw JJ as one of the members of the channel, I don't know if this was actually for me to answer or not, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it here and just act as if it's our first one. And before I do that, I do just want to once again say thank you to all of our donations so far. Kay, Woodsy, and John, y'all are awesome. I mean, you started this off with a bang, so I really appreciate y'all doing that. But I do want to go ahead and jump into just live questions with y'all. So we'll start with JJ's question since he is a member, and I saw this one first, caught my eye. And what he asked is Team Amex or Team Chase. Now, this is something y'all can all talk about in the comments. I'm not going to be able to read them all. But this is something that I know I actually posted a short about recently on my channel because me and Daniel Braun had a Creator Conversations episode where we talked a lot about that. And yeah, so I posted a short about it. But I think y'all wouldn't be shocked to hear my answer to this. And what I would say is that I'm still on Team Chase. For me, the reason I say that, I understand that Amex has, better upside than Chase does. But for me, I get the most value from Chase's transfer partners. And that's like the most important thing for me being on Team Travel is the transfer partners. Granted, Amex, I do use their transfer partners. I like Hilton, as well as like their international transfer partners. I haven't used Delta yet, but I've heard some people really like them. Some people hate them. But for me, I use Hyatt for a lot of my hotel stays, which is a Chase transfer partner. And I use Southwest as well for like short domestic trips. So kind of just adds up to where Chase is like the point ecosystem that I need the most of and I get the most value out of. So that's my answer, but y'all can all argue about that down below. But yeah, that would be my answer to that question. We're going to be rolling through a bunch of them here today. I'm going to try to read as much as I can, through this just to do my due diligence. But so if I'm not talking every single second, y'all can give me some grace there. This one's going to be a lot more laid back than my normal, pre-prepared ones. Here's another question from one of our members, and that's Woodsy, who just also made a donation. I'm super grateful for. So he's been showing a lot of support on my channel lately, which I really, really appreciate. But what he asked is basically the Hilton trifecta, yay or nay. The Hilton trifecta, I guess that is what you could call it. To me, I don't know if I've coined this term. I don't know if I heard this somewhere or if I coined this term, but I keep calling it the Hilton carousel in the sense that you can have all 3 of the Hilton personal cards and basically product change them, or first of all, get the bonuses on all 3 of them, just the personal cards we're talking about. And then you can downgrade them all to the no annual fee version over the course of, time, like years after you get the bonuses, wait a year, then downgrade it. And you can also get upgrade offers from those lowest tier cards to the highest tier cards. And you kind of just keep like doing that over and over. And you can get like millions of Hilton points technically if you really, really play it smart. So I say it's a yay if you're big into Hilton. Personally, I'm not like dying for a hotel card yet. And if I was dying for one, it would be the Hyatt, World of Hyatt card rather than the Hilton cards right now. But I think it's a super viable strategy. But yeah, I think that would be my answer. Like, yeah, it's good if you are kind of maybe more late game and you're just trying to farm Hilton points. Let me scroll back up a little bit. Andrew's asking Oppenheimer or Barbie. Funny enough, I actually went and saw Barbie yesterday because I have a girlfriend. So we went and saw Barbie, and her mom was also in town. So that was like, I had no choice in what I was going to see yesterday. And it was all right. I don't know if I have like super strong opinions on it yet. I do want to see Oppenheimer though. We thought about doing a double feature today, but ended up just going yesterday, and then we'll go see Oppenheimer maybe next week when it's died down a little bit. But yeah, so I didn't really give you many thoughts there, but it's pretty good. Let's see here. Caesar, favorite YouTube creator. Am I allowed to say all of the YouTube creators? No, I really do love this community, though. I've said that every single time I've done a live and all of my videos. But I mean, I think it's no secret that a lot of my style, I think, comes similarly, or it comes from the inspiration of people like Daniel Braun. He was probably the one that maybe pushed me over the edge in starting my own channel, in the sense that I saw the kind of success that he had so quickly. And I was like, well, he's, near my age. I saw that he could, find success on the platform. And yeah, he's always produced the videos that I resonate with the most. And that's kind of what I want to, embody in my videos as well, is making it to where it's super relatable to y'all. And we speak to a little bit of a different audience, but at the same time, I really appreciate what he's been putting out, and he's probably one of my favorites, I would say. But Caesar, you are also on my favorites list. Don't worry. All right. James is asking, what do I think about the Wells Fargo Active Cash, is what I assume that means. I just got approved, waiting for my card. Well, first of all, congrats on that. That's awesome. I think it's a great card. I mean, you get a welcome bonus on a 2% cashback card, which is good, better than the City Double Cash. I think that if you're on Team Cashback, it's obviously great, because there's not much else to say about it. It's awesome. For me, like, I would still technically get more value from the Chase Freedom Unlimited or City Double Cash if I transfer those points out to travel partners. But if you're not going to do that, then a 2% card of any, from any lender or from any bank is pretty good. So I say it's a good card. I think it's that paired with the autograph card is one of the best duos out there that nobody ever talks about, because it's Wells Fargo, but I don't understand why that is, because I think they're definitely good cards. Awesome. Kevin leaving the first 3 question marks. Man, I'm already like so far behind, I feel like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm really far behind. Oh God. So what Kevin asked though, or what are my overall thoughts after going full time? Dude, I love doing this full time. Like, I've said it maybe in my last live too, but it's such a different feeling, like waking up being excited to work on every single thing I'm going to be doing during the day, but also having the freedom to like do things when I need to. For example, my girlfriend, she just had she had to get surgery on her foot, basically, is what it all boils down to. And I would not have been able to take off of work and help her for the last few days if I wasn't doing this, for myself. So that's just like one flexibility that's made this so enjoyable. But also, yeah, like I said, it all comes down to me like finding a fulfilling career and getting to talk with people that are like-minded like y'all. And that's what I love about this. So I'm a huge fan of working for yourself. And this has been a blessing. Ahmad's in the building. What's up, Ahmad? Ahmad's I know CJ doesn't like him too much because he keeps coming in first on all my comments, it seems, but there's a race between a few people for the first comment on all my videos, and Ahmad's been winning lately. Alrighty, let's see here. JJ, another question from JJ. I now have the Aspire card along with the Platinum. What is the best way to utilize the airline credit since I have 450 to use? That's a good question. I imagine a lot of folks in here could help you out with that. What I've heard is that the airline incidental credit can still be used for actual flights as long as they're less than like a certain dollar amount. And I think that dollar amount's it's like $100 or less or something like that. And it might trigger those credits. So that's a really easy way to use it if you know that's going to work. But obviously that's a bit of a gamble. So, I mean, if not, I guess you're going to have to book a lot of like seat upgrades and stuff. But hopefully you can just use it for actual airfare tickets and stuff. But maybe some other people will give you a better answer there. Moises asking, what is the best credit one card? I thought it said best one credit card. Best credit one credit card is any of them that are in the garbage. It's an easy one. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Chase asking, what is my favorite hotel chain? Well, my favorite hotel chain, I think I just mentioned it, but Hyatt's definitely my number one still. And I think that's partially because you can get a ton of value with it for your chase points. But also, like, I grew up going to Hyatt's around me, like to their resorts and stuff, and I've always loved them. So like I have nothing bad to say about them. And whether or not it's a straight play in the credit card game to be a fan of Hyatt or not, like I just love their properties. So they're still my number one. They're the first place I look to stay at, and then I kind of maybe move to Hilton's and stuff like that. So be Hyatt. AP asking, what are my thoughts on the US Bank Altitude Reserve? Stan's video on it was great. And I don't know if those question marks were asking if Stan's video was great or not, but no, I'm just kidding. I know Stan's video was awesome, but I commented on that video because every time I see a video about the US Bank Altitude Reserve, it makes me want to apply right then. Like, I think that card's awesome. It's going to be in my in-game setup. Like, I don't see how it wouldn't be, unless I see that I'm getting like a ton of value from another travel card. But even then, like, it's so easy to get value from that card. I think it's awesome. So I think it's really good. It's just hard to get approved for. And that, that's the catch there. I don't know. It depends. I do see myself trying to apply for it at some point, but right now I don't want to wait 6 months between applications or anything like that, or open a new bank account with them just to appeal to them. I got plenty of other cards to get in the meantime. Oh, Donut Deflector saw the Cowboys game show video. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a really good time. Oh my gosh. We got another super chat. Oh my gosh. $20 from Cena. I think that's how you would say that. If not, please correct me, but all it is good luck on your journey. I mean, that's awesome. I can't believe the amount of support that y'all show my channel. Like, every single time I do one of these, I come in with no expectations and I just get blown away every time. I mean, we've been doing this for barely any time. I've had a lot of people show support already. So thank you so much for this. And I hope that I can continue to provide value for all of y'all. And that's my only goal with this channel. So just thank you for leaving that. Let's see here. Chase, what is your favorite hotel? Did I already answer that one? I think I missed some. Hold on, give me a second. Oh yeah, Caesar, I see you talking about Hyatt's. I've heard people say that they're disappointed with Hyatt sometimes. I haven't really tried to book many Hyatt places or anything like that. I really just try to book their resorts, which there are a lot of around here. So in that experience, I've had really good luck and have no complaints. But maybe for like the really economy trips, like, they might not be worth it. I'm not totally sure. Hyatt just announced a new reservation system. Hopefully they're about to make some changes to the cards to make up for losing MGM. That'd be sweet. If even they just raised the bonus, I'd probably sacrifice my last 524 slot for it. But that's good to know. I didn't know they made a new reservation system. I'll have to look into it a little bit differently. But good to know. Luke's Points and Miles in the building. What's up, Luke? Uncle Luke. It's great to have you in here. And by the way, I know I'm looking off to the side of the screen this whole time. It's because my computer's over here that I'm reading off of. So, that's just excuse that. Redhead Fred, Cap 1 just product changed my oldest card, the Quicksilver, to the Saver 1. I already had the Saver annual fee version. Should I keep them both? I'd say no. I'd say you get rid of the Saver with the annual fee, unless you're spending a lot of money in those 4X categories. I know I just made a video on the Capital One Duo, and people were basically saying that, I mean, what I came across was, if you spend more than $9,500 in those 4X categories every year, you can justify the annual fee. But then again, do you want to do that? How much spend do you really put on that card? I think the Saver 1 with no annual fee is a much better option for the majority of people. That's weird that they just randomly product changed it, unless you're saying that you asked to do that. But I wouldn't think you need both, because they basically give you the same thing. But maybe I'm missing something. Chase, I answered your favorite hotel chain. Nice. me see what this question. Mojo asking thoughts on having a thicker credit file as opposed to having a high credit score. I see a lot in the credit card hobby focusing on the score as opposed to building data points and having a thicker file. I don't know if I would put these in opposition of each other. Maybe I'm not understanding the question fully, but in reality, the more credit cards you have, the thicker your profile, as well as the higher your credit score, as long as you're using them responsibly. So they're not really at odds with each other. I think people focus on your credit score because that's like the important number out of all this. But if you build up your data points and have a thicker file, then you're going to have a higher credit score. So maybe I'm misunderstanding you, but I think they kind of go hand in hand. Jeffrey asking if I've had any luck getting out of pop-up jail. I haven't tried. They're being so weird. I could talk about this for 30 minutes, but they've been being so weird lately with everybody that I've kind of got a bad taste in my mouth for them. And I just haven't been, I don't know. I haven't really cared to get any more of their cards yet. I'm working on my, what's the word? Retention offer on the Amex Gold card right now, and I'm almost done with that. So yes, I have ramped up my spend because of that, and maybe I got out of jail, but I'm not going to waste a 524 slot on them right now. I'm trying to scroll through quickly. Donut Deflector, have you been getting bank bonuses? So much value from the bank bonus game without having to spend a cent. I walked in branch today to start one. Nice. Well, congrats on that. The only one I've been working on is that Amex business checking account one. Other than that, I have not been. I know there are like tricks to the trade where you can like fund a US bank checking account with a credit card to hit a minimum spend, and you do all that stuff. But right now, I've mainly just been focused on consolidating my accounts. So I haven't been wanting to open too many more. So maybe once I'm done with this business checking one, I might do some more. But for now, I'm kind of just leaving it. All right. Southwest airline cards in your future, asked by Jason Torres. Yes, I think so, actually. It depends. Like if I stay in Texas, probably I'd probably get that highest tier one, the priority or whatever it's called. But yeah, I don't know if I need it anytime soon. Like I don't need a 524 slot on it, but it would be nice to have. I just don't necessarily need it. But yeah, I could see that happening once I get into like the hotel and airline game. James was following up on his question about the active cash and was asking if he should product change it to the autograph or stick with the active cash. He says he does have the chase trifecta. I mean, if you're going to get value from both of them, I would just apply for them both separately because then you get the welcome bonus on them. I wouldn't product change if you haven't had the card yet. If you only need one of them, then just whichever one gives you more value, I'd go with. But yeah, I don't know if that's super helpful, but yeah, I would always try to get the bonuses before product changing. Matt Clausen, imagine US Bank got transfer partners. That would change the game for sure. And honestly, it'd probably be good to get cards with them before that happened because then you don't run the risk of them like not really approving that many people. I don't know if they would even do that, but still, I could see value in them completely without transfer partners still. All right. Oh, sweet. Seeing I got the name right. Thank you again for that $20 donation. That's so awesome. And shoot, we got another one. Danny boy back in the building. I haven't talked to you in a little bit. I feel like actually, I guess I have. I hate that YouTube changed all of the comments to y'all's handles instead of your actual names. That's so annoying because I don't know who I'm talking to half the time now, which is kind of crazy. But Danny said, just wanted to say congrats, but I got to get back to work. Was hoping your stream would be on my day off. Yeah, this one was very short notice because I'm moving out in 2 days. So I'm just trying to squeeze it in so I could talk with y'all. I really been wanting to do another one for a while, so got another excuse to do it. But thank you so much for the support and best luck at work. It's kind of late to be working, so I hope you have a good shift. But thank you so much for being here for this. God, here's the problem with the super chats. I don't know where the heck I was. Okay, here we go. CJ asking, would you get a premium travel card from Wells Fargo if it ever exists and build up a Wells Fargo trifecta? Dude, yeah, I think I would. I mean, they already have the built card, which is a pseudo travel card. If they opened up the ability to transfer your Wells Fargo cashback to the built card to transfer out, I'd get that trifecta in a heartbeat. It wouldn't really make sense in that case because you have so many overlaps with the autograph and the built card, but like still, if you just added those transfer partners to Wells Fargo, which won't happen because Hyatt's a Well, I guess it could happen, but Hyatt's a Chase transfer partner, so I don't know if they have like exclusive rights. But either way, yeah, I think that I'd build out a trifecta with them. I kind of want to build out a trifecta with everybody, so I don't know. Taylor asking, what do you think would push the City Premier card over the hump? I feel like it's underappreciated. I think City, at least for me, they're so annoying because they take away like benefits to their cards, like the protections and stuff like that, and the yeah, like that alone, I think turns a lot of people off because they're like, well, am I always going to have all the benefits I need or not? But I think overall it's still a great card. If they added maybe some better transfer partners that people really, really loved, maybe I think you could still get a ton of value out of their transfer partners right now. But if they added more, it's just better. But yeah, I think it's an underappreciated card as well, which is why I made the trifecta video I made about City a few weeks ago. Let's see. Oh, Caesar. Okay. I misunderstood you earlier. It was the other way around. I can book lower end properties with Hyatt, all the good ones in Vegas. Well, Vegas might be a different story. I'm not sure. I didn't book any. Well, no, yeah, you're right about that actually, because I tried to do it in Vegas and I couldn't get any availability, but it's also I tried on a holiday weekend, so there's that. But like on the resorts that are like local to me, I've never had an issue and get really good redemption rates. So I guess it's just your mileage may vary depending on where you're wanting to stay. All right, Jason, I already answered the first part of this question. Yeah, so I think, like I said, I think I could get airline cards in the future as well as like when I start adding hotel cards. But I would, yeah, since I use my Chase points with Southwest already, like I'm not in a hurry to get it. Granted, I could get a lot better value from my Chase points than with Southwest, but I don't really care. I'm getting free travel with my points, so. But yeah, eventually I will get an airline and hotel card. Sledge is in the building. Oh my gosh. Got all the creators in the building today. This is awesome. Welcome in, Sledge. I know I'm really far behind on y'all, but I'm trying. Let's see here. Sledge, this is I also want to say the same thing. I think I commented this on your video, but congrats on 1K subs. That's a massive milestone that's really fun to hit, so congrats on that. Let's see here. So I'm trying to catch up on all you guys. Any thoughts? Vincent asks, any thoughts on the new partnership between MGM and Marriott? To me, I don't really care because I don't travel to Vegas that often. I mean, I guess it makes the Marriott cards a little bit more powerful. I don't like that Hyatt's like kind of stripping some of their benefits, but at the same time, maybe they use that extra capital to make their credit cards better or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on it. I guess it just is good for people that have Marriott cards or like Marriott as a point ecosystem, but it is what it is. Let's see here. We're getting to, I don't know how long I've already been going, 28 minutes. So yeah, I'll probably talk about these announcements pretty soon. I'm going to answer maybe like 3 more questions and then we'll get to announcements. So maybe hold on to your questions for a little bit because I'm not going to probably see the ones at the very bottom for, good amount of time after I get through these last ones. But John McKinstry, a member of the channel, asked, what business cards are you looking to get next? So I was thinking about getting that Hilton business card. Again, Amex is being so weird that I don't really care to give them too much extra business right now, or like I just don't even want to make them mad or something somehow. So the next one I probably will apply for is the Chase Inc. Unlimited because I don't have that one yet. I could see myself adding the Chase Inc. Preferred with that new welcome bonus, which I made a video about. But I like 8,000 in 3 months is still high for me. I know that's a lot more feasible for other people, but for me, it's still a lot. So probably the Chase Inc. Unlimited, since I have the cash. Maybe that Hilton business card at some point if I'm about to take another big, trip with Hilton. Yeah, I think that's about my only 2 that I'm really looking at. The IHG business had a great bonus, and I would have picked that up maybe But I'm not really looking to add annual fee business cards right now. And there's not that many great ones with no annual fee necessarily, unless they have an elevated bonus would be the only reason I really added any besides the ink cards. But yeah, that'd be my answer there. All right. Yasha, Osage from the Discord. Yeah, I'm glad to see you in here. Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, we do have, or I run a Discord now with Mark Plymail and Daniel Braun called the Credit Community. And y'all can join that down below. It should be in the description of this one or any of my videos. And Yasha is now a moderator in the Discord, so I appreciate all the support he's been showing across all of our channels in the Discord, especially. That was not a question though, so I still owe y'all 2 more. I'm gonna give some other people some love that I haven't answered yet. Tony Evans, is the best way to do a balance transfer on a smaller account? Wait. Is the best way to do a balance transfer on a smaller account or a larger amount to a 0% card? I'm not sure I fully understand what you're saying here, to be honest with you. I'm going to leave that one for later. I might just be dumb right now, and I just can't read it right, but I'll save that for another one. So I still owe you 2. Okay. Bimmer saying hi. Do you like Philly cheesesteaks? Dude, I used to. I'm allergic to dairy and gluten though, so that would be the death of me. Yeah, we got a good squad showing up right now, Mod, so I'm happy about that. Okay, this will be the last one I answer before giving my announcements, and then we'll get back into the live questions. So Andrew asked, what would be the first 5 personal or business cards to go for if you went on a sub spree right now? So sign up bonus spree. 5 credit cards. Jesus. I mean, I would just go for whatever cards have the highest elevated offers. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, that Hilton business card I'm not going to add now because it doesn't have an elevated offer, or at least not as good. It's a good question. I mean, what cards have really great offers right now? I feel like a lot of them just expired in July. Personal and business cards. I mean, I think that the best cards to get for bonuses, especially if you're sticking with like within an ecosystem or two, are all of the chase cards, really, because they all have bonuses on them. You would probably want to wait until some of them are elevated, but I could easily see you getting 5 chase cards, say like 3 personal cards, the 2 freedoms and a sapphire, and then 2 business cards on the 2 no annual fee chase ink cards would probably be the way I went, just to stack up a ton of chase points, because that's what I find most valuable. Your answer might be different though. Okay, so I realize that I'm going to be skipping quite a few questions here. I want to get caught back up because I want to start talking about these announcements I had. Joshua Butler's in here. I think I don't even know where your message went, brother, but you are in here. And Woodsy, I appreciate you stopping by. I probably just missed you, but thank you again for the donation and for being a member of the channel. I really appreciate you. But yeah, go get home to that kidless house. Oh, I guess you're going to work at your house, so maybe not as fun, but still, I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, okay, I'm going to skip all the way down to the bottom of this and talk about the announcements I have for the channel, which I think everybody will appreciate hearing. And I just want to let y'all in on what's been going on in my life, what I see for the channel going forward, as well as just some stuff that I maybe mentioned in past videos, but want to just talk to y'all about, mano y mano instead of mentioning it randomly. But the first announcement that I have is that I will be moving houses here in 2 days. So I know I've already talked about that, but what that means for the channel is that I will be, of course, having a brand new set. And I really want to start to experiment more with just different ways of filming, because I'm going to be in a different environment. I think I've always thought it'd be cool to maybe film outside and just be just complete. Like I've been doing with my recent videos where I'm just walking around my room and stuff like that. Like I like that more. It just helps get my brain going and stuff. But really all the move means right now is that I will be having a completely new set. And also my Wi-Fi situation is very different than in downtown Austin. So I'm hoping that everything works fine. I was able to get Starlink out at our house, so hopefully that works. But my schedule should stay exactly the same as long as there's no unforeseen circumstances. And all that's going to change is the background of this and maybe a little bit of my recording style, because I want to experiment with more stuff. So that is the first announcement, nothing too crazy. The other two announcements I want to talk about that are kind of past news, but still should be mentioned is one, I just talked about the Discord. If y'all haven't heard this yet, I've said it in my videos, I've said it in past live streams, but I've said it in this live stream, but I'm now a owner of the Credit Community Discord with Mark Plymale and Daniel Braun, which is just a place where we just talk all things finance, credit cards, bank bonuses, all that kind of stuff. We have a membership there where you can post your referral links. So you have people clicking on your referral links and paying you, covering the charge for that membership tier. But it is completely free to join. So y'all should go join and just talk with everybody. I mean, I think like at least 50% of the people in here are probably in the Discord. And that's where I've made a lot more connections with people. So I think it's a great place to join. But if you didn't know that I was an owner of that, that is the case. So if you want to talk with me a little bit more one-on-one, you can at me in the channels there, and I'll chat with y'all whenever I can, of course. And then on top of that, I've also now started a second channel with Mark Plymale. It's a podcast channel called Business Banter, where me and him sit down once a week, every week, post on Mondays at like 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we chat all things finance. So it's not just credit cards, but we're trying to still cater to our credit card audiences by posting one credit card episode every few weeks, just to make sure that y'all, at least see it on your feeds. Cause I know half the time, if it's not credit card related, it won't even show up on your feed. So it's just, the annoyance of YouTube. But I feel like everybody here is obviously interested in general personal finance, and all I can really talk about on my channel to have it also be shared with y'all is credit cards. So I wanted a separate platform where I could talk more about the other stuff I'm interested in. So, we've had episodes on, and we started with like, is the Roth IRA overrated? So we're talking about retirement accounts. We've talked about whether you should be buying or renting a house right now. We had a whole credit card episode saying like who should actually get credit cards versus who shouldn't. What are the other things we got going on? I mean, we've got a lot of different topics that we've been covering. So I would go check it out if you're interested in that stuff. It's a good thing to listen to on your commutes. But we're hoping to grow that channel as well, because I just love talking about all things finance, not just credit card related. But what that allows me to do is keep this channel credit card focused, which is what y'all are here for. While I will be sprinkling in some personal finance videos, like how much YouTube paid me for my first year of having a channel, stuff like that. I do want to keep this channel mainly focused on credit cards right now, because that is what my audience is here for, and I want to cater to y'all. So let me take a sip of water before these next two, because they're new, and I probably need to make a full video on these next two, but still, I guess what are y'all thinking so far? Everybody having a good night? Jesse's in here now. Spencer talking about the podcast going great. I really appreciate that. Matt, you should join the other Discord. I think you'd have a great time. I mean, it's like really, really fast paced, but I enjoy it. You can find your own channel in there that you really like to hang out in. All right. Yeah, Ryan, I've thought about this. I haven't talked with Caleb at all. But I feel like our audiences would kind of align, especially on the business banter side a little bit more. But yeah, I'd love to do some kind of crossover video. I don't think I'd be the kind of person he wants to interview on his channel. But I would do it. So maybe one day it'll happen. All righty. Discord gang. Awesome. James likes the Discord as well. Yeah, it's a great time in there, guys. I recommend you join. But let's get into the two bigger announcements that what the title of this video, everything was more meant for. But the first one is that I'm really going to start putting more of an emphasis on my memberships. And that doesn't mean that I'm trying to sell out. That's not what this is for. But what I mean by that is that I'm now getting to a point on the channel where I physically can't answer all of the comments, or it takes up like half of my day, which is a awesome place to be in. Like, don't get me wrong, that's what I've been dreaming of, but it makes it really hard for me to at least give in-depth responses to people. And that's what I want to do. I want to, connect personally with people and give them a real response, besides just saying like, thanks for watching, or like, just a surface level answer that I still think is valuable. I still want to, make y'all feel seen because I do see all of your comments, but I want to be able to dive deeper into people's comments. And while you might see a bunch of memberships in the credit community about, where it says that you'll get priority response to comments, and you're like, that doesn't really, like, what does that really do for me? Like, you really just get a cool badge by your name. But I want to emphasize here that on my channel, I genuinely want that perk alone to be a reason for y'all to sign up for the membership. So if you're somebody that comments a lot on my videos and you feel like you're not being seen, or I'm just not answering as much lately, I want to now kind of flip it to the point where I do actually take those memberships seriously. So if you do ever want to join that, it should be right under my video that you're watching, or maybe in the live too. I think you have to do it on desktop, but either way, I do want to put more of an emphasis on that so I can make sure I give y'all in-depth responses to all of your questions. That's really the only announcement there. I know we have like 5 or so members right now, so they get priority response to all their comments. And like I did earlier, I take their questions first in lives and stuff like that. And you can see like John's in here and he has a badge by his name. But what you'll get with that is going to be those badges. So like as you start to age with my channel, your badge will change colors and stuff like that. So that's cool just for that. You get random emotes and stuff like that too. That I've actually created. One of them's of Odin. So, if you want to support in that way, you can. But I mainly made them as a way to just support the channel at first. And I have great ideas for what I want to do with those memberships. But for now, I want to stress the importance of those for literally just the priority response to comments. So hopefully that makes sense. Obviously, I'm not selling out. It's a very small amount. Like, it doesn't really pay me much at all, but it at least separates my audience a little bit to where I can see who I should be answering. So that's like one of the bigger announcements, and I'll probably make a full video about it soon, like a short one, but still. And then after that too, my last announcement is that I do have this new project that I want to somewhat start soon. And I'm not going to announce what it is, but I just wanted to make it public so that I hold myself accountable to actually starting to work on it. And I know a couple of people here know what that is. I'm not going to name names, and I don't want them to say what it is that I'm working on in the background. But I have some really, really cool ideas for how I can even grow a deeper connection with y'all, and also help support this as a business and help support me doing this full time. So on one hand, there's the memberships that I think are going to be more and more important as time goes on for a smaller price, but there might be some higher ticket items where I can really, really connect with people that eventually I'll introduce to the channel, but that's more for a later date. I just want to have y'all keep me honest with introducing that at some point. So that's awesome. John saying he thought I was getting married. No, not quite. I guess that would affect the channel, but no, we got a little bit of time on that. Don't y'all worry about that. Yeah, I think I got all my announcements out for now, but I'm going to go back through and see what y'all mentioned while I wasn't looking. I know we lost some viewers because of all this too, but we're about to get back into the Q&A, so y'all stick around. Let's see here. Let's see. Just join the Discord group. What's the name of the finance podcast? That is Business Banter. And you could probably just look up my name and then podcast. It probably would come up. Oh yeah, Ahmad caught you right there too. So that's what it is. Lurking, nice. Woodsy still here. That's good. I'll always be number 2 member. Stan beat me by 5 months. Yeah, Stan was the first person. Speaking of, Stan was the first person to become a member of the channel, and I also am a member of his channel. But he has helped me kind of test out the waters on some of the things I want to introduce. And I'm just happy that some people are finding enjoyment out of it. And I really just appreciate the support. It's less than a coffee a month if you want to just show support, but also get your questions answered. So I think it's a good thing if you're really dedicated to watching my content and wanting to comment and get answers from me. Okay. Let's see here. Josh, I had the congrats ready to go about me getting engaged. No, not yet, people. Chase, that's all exciting news. Looking forward to your continued growth coming up. I appreciate you, man. We should get on another call off air sometime and chat about stuff. But I really appreciate your support over the last year and a half or so, a little bit less than a year and a half of my channel. And I'm looking forward to it continuing to grow as well. But also just want to make sure that I'm really giving y'all the best experience as viewers. So I'm trying to do. But yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get back into the Q&A. I could probably go for another 45-ish minutes. Shoot, I need to turn off these Discord notifications, people. I keep getting distracted. Let me see if I can turn these off real quick. Focus assist. Okay. So, same thing as last time. I will try to get to all y'all's questions, but if you have a question, maybe put like 3 question marks at the end of it, just so I can see it, or maybe at the beginning, because it's hard for me to find them if not. But let's see here. Starting with Stevens, I'm going to kind of fly through these because we've got a lot coming. Steven asks, which one is better, the unlimited or the flex? This one is another one of those where I say, why not both? But at the end of the day, it comes down to, if you're only going to get one, are you missing a catch-all credit card right now and need your base earnings at 1.5x at least? If that's the case, get the unlimited. If you don't need that and want the 5x rotating categories, you get the flex. But that's about it. Luke's points and miles, big time channel growth, 100K very soon. Dude, that'd be crazy. I mean, while it is something that I'd love to see, I'm just trying to continue to put out the best content possible and let whatever happens. But hopefully I'll just enjoy the content. But I really appreciate all your support, man. For a cashback or travel points combo, I imagine, which trifecta or bifecta is better? Also, by the way, I don't know why, but I have like a disdain for the word bifecta. Not trying to come at you, Carlos, but that's why I made the Capital One Duo video, because I don't like that word for some reason. But which trifecta or bifecta? This all comes down to your preferences. What you honestly think about it from this perspective. All of the trifectas or duos are going to have your base earning categories covered. So it all comes down to what credits you'll use the most and what transfer partners you like the most for a travel setup. So to me, Chase, their trifecta is still awesome because I love their travel partners. Amex is great, but you have really, really high annual fees. So if you don't actually get value from their cards, it's a waste of money. And then the Capital One Duo is really, really solid internationally and domestically, and it's pretty cheap, but you're locked into Capital One's transfer or their travel portal for the most part. And then the City trifecta is also like their transfer partners aren't super great, but it's a cheap trifecta that you could at least try out. Like, it's not hard to try out, So it's it depends answer, I guess, Carlos. Let's see here. Well, this wasn't necessarily a question. Well, I guess it was, but no question marks. But still, any recs for my father, spends half the year in the U.S. and the remainder abroad. Primarily flies JetBlue and Avianca. Kind of want a mix of cashback and travel. I mean, I can't diagnose every single card he should get, but I would say that if you are, if he is really looking to travel and wants a mix of cashback and travel, the Capital One Duo is probably pretty dang solid. Especially if the transfer partners work out well for you. I guess they wouldn't have JetBlue, but you could probably get to them through alliances with Capital One. I've heard people say that the JetBlue card's pretty good. I don't even know what it is, but for example, he could get the Capital One Duo plus like the JetBlue card if it's good. But I can't really give you a solid answer without knowing a lot more. But hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, DJM. I think so before this, he said, Wells Fargo has a business credit card coming. Any thoughts on what they might do or interest on maybe getting? I think I watched, it was RJ Financial's video mentioning this new card. And he said that the last one that they introduced was not great. So I don't know how much of an interest I have in it. If it doesn't add to your 524 account and has a solid sign-up bonus, then I'd probably look at getting it. But I don't know if it's really going to be one that you'd want to keep unless it has no annual fee. So I don't know what they'll do with it necessarily, but considering I don't think they have any other business cards, really the world is their oyster. So we'll see. Tony asks or says, I have 2 cards, one that is $900 and one that is $1,400. Oh, the same APR. Just wondering which one is best to balance transfer to a 0% card. Well, they have the same APR, then you'd want to get rid of that higher balance, right? It's whichever card. Well, can you not balance transfer both of them too? I might be crazy, but if you want a 0% intro or APR, and you'll pay off that full 2,300 in that APR period, then just transfer both the balances over, unless you can just make lump sum payments on both of these before doing that. But if you really need to transfer to a 0% card with those balances, then you probably want to do both, right? Because then you're not paying any interest, but you do have to take into consideration those fees that would happen. But yeah. James asked, what is your thoughts on the Surpass card as a daily card? Because I'm in pop-up jail. I mean, it does earn pretty dang well on, Hilton earnings wise, or Hilton point wise, but like, so it could be your daily driver, especially if you want to get out of pop-up jail and that's your only Amex card, then that makes sense to me to do. Although, I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, if you have other cards that give you better, then I would just use the other cards. See, I'm like having this big opinion that I don't think you should ever like pander for the sake of a bank. Like, they're not all your friends. So unless you really, really want a new Amex card soon, then just, use whatever cards actually make sense for you. All right, Carlos already answered that question. Let's see, Andrew, if you do ever go on Caleb Hammer's channel, do you think you try to counter his "you're not a credit card person" standpoint? From my point of view, as long as you pay it off before the interest hits, you're good. To be honest, I don't watch a ton of his content, so I don't know if he says that everybody's not a credit card person, then yeah, I would definitely challenge that. If he takes the full Dave Ramsey approach, I don't think that's true. But I mean, yeah, as long as you're paying off your balances on time and in full, then you're fine. So I don't know why you saying before the interest hits kind of makes me wonder, but I think you're saying the same thing I am, just paying it before the statement close date in full. Oh, even if you're there we go. There's the clarification. If you're heavily in debt, then you don't want to be spending money on a credit card that you can't pay off. So if you're in credit card debt, then yeah, don't use credit cards. You're being dumb. But if you are not in credit card debt, but you have like a mortgage, then yeah, you can use credit cards. Just, you have to be responsible. Another CJ in the building says, hello, I have 40K per month spend. What or how do I tackle the credit card game? Mainly want to get points versus cash back, I imagine. That's what you're trying to say. $40,000 per month in spend. Dude, what is that every year? Seems like a lot. Wait a minute. 480 grand a year? Wow. I mean, I would just... how I would tackle the credit card game is similarly to how I've talked about all paths to the credit card game, starting with like a no annual fee card or two to build your foundation. But in your case, once you get past that point where you have a couple of cards that'll hold your average age of accounts, I think you should really be considering just churning welcome bonuses with $40,000 a month in spend. If not, though, if you don't want to do that, just get whatever few cards will cover your highest spending categories and just use the heck out of those, and you'd earn a ton of points. I can't diagnose exactly what cards you should get or what ecosystem you should play into, but that kind of spend, I mean, you got a lot of opportunities. All right. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Out of all of your cards with annual fees, what card gives you the most value? That's such a hard one. From earning categories, the Amex Gold card, because I do get positive value from the card with the credits right now, but I plan on making a video about where or why that might not make sense for me in the future. But as for actual like intangible value, it would be the Chase Sapphire Preferred, because that card saves me thousands of dollars a year by allowing me to transfer out to travel partners. So that is pretty hard to beat, because that's because I value Chase so highly, though. No, Carlos, I don't like that word. I don't like bifecta. It annoys me. But no, yeah, I mean, I do see how it's catchy, but I'm just messing with you. Juan asking, whatever became of the City Strata cards that were supposed to come out? Dude, I don't know. City is... I'm not holding out a ton of hope for those cards, but I just deep down really, really want them to be worth applying for, because I could, I'm trying to get down under 524 a good bit, so I could add one of those or two of those if I really wanted to, or try to at least. But City is just weird, man. I don't know when they're supposed to come out, to be honest. I don't know if any of y'all know, but comment down below if you do, and I'll catch up to them. JJ with another donation. Thank you so much, man. $2 asking Franklin's barbecue or Blacks. Dude, I haven't been to Franklin's in a long time, so I can't give like a really good answer. I need to have them side by side, but Terry Black's it's so good. I've never been disappointed by Terry Black's, and it's also close to me right now. But Franklin's I also know is super good. I don't know if you're from the Texas area, which you said from Houston actually right here. I like Cooper's out in Llano, Texas. That place is so good, dude. Or like Snow's out in like Taylor or something like that. Some of those like small mom and pop ones are the best, better than Terry Black's and all that. So, One Bridge 11 asking, are you concerned about what Durbin wants to do with credit cards? I don't want to eat my words by saying I'm not worried, but I just don't see how what he wants to do is going to benefit the public at all, because the banks are always going to get their money. So even if he does this, I don't see how it's going to help anybody. It's going to hurt our profitability as a consumer, because the banks are going to either raise interest rates or raise, bank account fees, or do whatever they can to make up that difference. So I don't see how it helps anybody besides, I don't even know who that helps. I guess like the businesses, because they're having to pay less in transaction fees, but you're hurting the banks at the same time, which is not a place to be fighting in the US. So I think it's kind of dumb. Okay, good to know here, Josh. There you are. Finally caught you. So I'll say what's up now, but I know you've been in here a while. But yeah, that makes sense. That's my standpoint on credit cards. If you can use them responsibly, you should have them. Well, for the most part. Looks like we got Josh in New Jersey, Josh in Washington, D.C., John McKinstry in Pennsylvania, Matt Clausen, New York, John, Kansas City. Golly. Ooh, it's an interesting comment here. I know it's a joke, but y'all have seen my community post lately, haven't you? Just keep an eye out for maybe a video this weekend. Let's see. CJ saying, maximize the chasing cash already. How many chasing cashes can I get? I don't think there's a limit on the amount that you can get, especially if you're applying under a sole proprietor and under LLCs as well. You wouldn't be able to apply and get the bonuses on the card multiple times while holding the card already. So you have to wait like 2 years and do that whole product change, I think, like you do with the Freedom cards. But they don't cap you on the number of credit cards you can have, but they do cap you on the total available credit you have with them. So that's the only reason they'd limit you. CJ talking about the black card. Yeah, I think for the personal version, you only have to spend like a quarter to a half a mil usually on an Amex card. But for the like the business version, I think it's like over a mil. Yeah, it's crazy. Jab saying, just visited Austin recently and went to Terry Black's for the first time. Could not believe how expensive it was. Amazing beef rib though. Yeah, it's super good, but super expensive because people that come to Austin go to it. So you're contributing to it being high price. But no, I think it's still worth it. I like whenever Daniel Braun came into town, that's where we went to get food, and it was so good. But you're gonna have to spend a check every time you go. Let's see here. John, maybe an odd question. What do you think about Citi not counting Walmart grocery stores as grocery stores when Citi actually codes them as a grocery store? Wait. Oh, that's so weird. I had to read that again to even understand what you just said. I mean, I'm mad. Like, that's not necessarily shocking in the sense that they don't give you rewards on Walmart because it's like it's a department store or whatever. But the fact that they code them as grocery stores is pretty stupid if they don't give you rewards on it. It's funny. Vincent, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. I agree with this. Retweet this one. Let's see here. David's from the burning California desert. James from San Diego. CJ from Florida. Yep. Taylor from Charlotte. I was actually just in Charlotte a couple of weeks ago. Is that right? Like a month ago. And I was visiting some friends there. I love Charlotte. I could see myself living there. It was really cool. But yeah, just a side note. Let's see here. Ryan's from East Coast, Florida. Let's go. Oh, Ahmad, there you go. Ahmad just became a member. Welcome to the Credit Club. I did name it that. I'm big on alliterations, if you can't tell. I mean, we have the credit community, which I didn't start, but that's a CC. Business Banters BB. The Credit Club for my membership is CC. Yeah, I don't know. I love that stuff. But I'm super appreciative for you joining. I'm excited to see that badge next to your name start to age with you. Yeah, thanks so much for joining, man. And obviously, you're the first commenter every time, but now I will be able to give you a better priority response to your comments without them having to be the first. You being the first commenter. So I appreciate you joining, man. Nick's from Dallas, Texas. Nice. That's pretty close to me. Pretty close. Juan from San Antonio. That's even closer. DJM, South Carolina. I do like South Carolina. Bob's from Detroit. Ahmad, can't wait to see what you do. Can't wait to see what you do with the memberships. Yeah, man, I do have some fun thoughts in mind. So I really hope that everything I provide to y'all is super valuable, and that that's going to be a big thing that I start to focus more heavily on, because I know that my biggest supporters are going to be members, of course. So I want to show y'all as much love as I can. Ryan asking, do I plan to grab the Chase Ink Preferred with the current spend offer? I think I mentioned this earlier, but I do not think that my spend justifies that offer yet, especially now since I'm about to not have to pay rent for a while. I really don't have high spend at all, so it's not natural for me to get that. And I only want to get a welcome bonus if it's natural for me to hit it. That's the only way to win the credit card game, because if you're overspending for a bonus, then what are you doing? But I do think that it's still a lot easier for people to get now with that lower spending requirement, which is why I made a video on it, because honestly, like it's a solid card, at least for the bonus. And now the bonus literally just got like 2 times as valuable, because you have to spend about half as much. Rhode Island. Nice. Wilfredo. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. How did I just skip this? Matt Clausen became a member too. Sweet, dude. I'm excited to have you. I know we've already talked so much in recent past, or since my channel's been started, but once again, I think I'll be able to see all of your comments a lot easier. So I appreciate you supporting me in that way. And hopefully I can give you some helpful comments. Oops. So yeah, I must have skipped. What the heck? Did I skip a few? Okay. Nicholas from Indiana. JJ, yeah, I just went to Black's in Dallas. It's been like $40 for a meal. Well, that's Dallas for you. I won't lie to you. I mean, Austin's pretty expensive too, but Dallas is next level. Jeffrey's from Chicago. I visited Chicago like a year or 2 ago now in the summer. Beautiful time to be in Chicago, but other than that, I have to miss me with that. Oh, Matt, I think you might be talking about joining the membership. If you do it via the mobile, like the web browser, that makes sense if that's what you're talking about. I know people said you couldn't do it through the app, and maybe that was you last time. But yeah, welcome in again. I appreciate you being a member. Dude, the chat's like taken over by members right now. That's kind of crazy. That's so cool. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Sorry. Okay. John saying, welcome to the club. Okay. CJ, sorry, how many credit cards should I apply with that kind of spend? Oh, yeah, going back to your $40,000 a month. I mean, one person that's really good to talk to is, what's his name? Kevin. See, I don't know what his @ is anymore. Is his name even Kevin? Did I just make that up? No, Keith. Keith Schmidt. That's his name. But he's in the comments of a lot of my videos, and he's in the credit community Discord, and he's similar to you where he has massive amounts to spend, and he's literally applied for like almost every credit card, I think. But I would say that you still want to space them out pretty decently, especially if you haven't gotten any credit cards yet. Space them out for a little bit. Like I usually say 6 to 12 months after your first card before getting another, so you can build that credit history, because you need a high credit score to get cards. But once you get past that like first year of having cards, you can apply really quickly. Keith might, if he saw this, he might be saying something differently. So that's why I say ask him, because I'm not in this situation. But yeah, you could apply pretty dang frequently. Because welcome bonus spending requirements are usually like anywhere from like 1,000 to like maybe 10,000 a month or whatever. So, or for 3 months. So you could probably hit that. You could hit like 5 cards a month, but you shouldn't be doing that. Jesse's from Virginia. LBJ asking, are you out of Amex pop-up jail yet? I honestly haven't checked. I talked about this earlier too, but they just haven't been doing enough for me lately to make me feel like I should give them my business. They're just being really weird to everybody. They did give me a retention offer, which is nice, so I'm working on that, but I haven't checked if I'm out of pop-up jail, to be honest with you. Jesse asking, what type of music are you into? It's a good question. I've always listened to, like, if I'm working out, I'll listen to some kind of like rap, and then if I'm like driving around or something, I'll probably listen to some kind of country, mainly Texas country, not really Nashville country anymore, because it's just a lot. It's a lot. But I also, my girlfriend's put me on a lot of like more, I don't even know what the type of music is, but it's just a lot more chill, kind of like almost beachy vibes. But like Goth Babe is a band that we went and saw in concert, and I like their music a lot, so I'll just throw on their radio sometimes. So kind of a wide range, I guess, but nothing too intense. CJ saying, should I choose a status or chase a status? You could probably get status with multiple different places. So yeah, technically you could chase status, but it's just got to be with whatever hotel or airline you frequent the most, I guess. Or you could try to get multiple, but that's really up to how you travel, So I can't give you exactly, but yeah, I would say with that kind of spend, you're going to get status somehow, I imagine. James saying he's got to go. Can't wait to see more credit card videos. Well, you're in luck. 2 a week. Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central and Sundays at 12 p.m. Central. So got another video coming out in 2 days that y'all should enjoy. But thank you for stopping by. Stanley asking, hey, Spencer, are you eyeing the built card next? If so, when do you plan to apply for it? I do really want the built card at some point. I don't need it yet because I'm about to, like I said a second ago, I'm about to be moving to where I don't actually need to pay rent for a while. So I don't need the card yet. I could use it still for like dining and stuff. And there's an argument to be made for that because of my situation with the gold card, which I'll make a video about somewhat soon. But yeah, I don't need it yet. So I'm going to be saving my 524 slots. But whenever I move to a new rental, if not a little bit before, I'll add that card because it's a no-brainer. Then just saying I should have snagged a Hilton card with the Seeking Summer link bypass pop-up. Again, though, like I just don't care enough to do that with Amex right now. Like I didn't need a card bad enough, and they just are annoying right now. So I didn't go through with it. And also like all this stuff too with these application rules, which I don't honestly believe are real application rules yet. Like we don't have enough data points to really confirm it, but I don't want to ever use a link that isn't really tied to them because as we can see, they are not very fond of you trying to get around their rules. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. AJ saying, what's up? Hey, AJ. I know I answered one of your questions in our last Q&A, but this one's all live. So if you have a question, let me know. John said, am I going after the Amex Green if I do get out of pop-up jail? No, I will not be. I guess I could, honestly. That could be like an easy one to add, but it's not worth a 524 slot for me, to be honest with you. And I'll never use it after the welcome bonus. So it'd be a dead card for me and help and really put me back in pop-up jail, if anything. JJ saying, if you have an Android, you can become a member on the app. If you have Apple, you have to do it in the browser. So yeah, if y'all want to become a member and get more of my attention on your comments, this is what you do. Also, I want to see what y'all's thoughts are on this. Going back to my announcement about the comments, I'm the kind of person that feels really bad when I don't answer everybody's comments. And the reason that I made the announcement about the memberships is because I think it'll still help me feel okay about getting to as many as I can, because I know that y'all have paid for that service in a small way. And although I can't get to all of them like I want to make sure I get to the people that are really, really big supporters of my channel. So that's why I did that. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess y'all can't really have a ton of input on that, in the sense of like, you can't help me get over that like inbox zero mentality I have, but that is why I want to still do this. And because the alternative is I just don't answer anybody's comments, and I hate that idea. I don't like when creators don't answer their comments personally. Like, I feel like that's how you get to know them. So I want to do that for everybody. And while I can't do it for everybody, I know I can do it for my members. So that's why I'm doing it. NK talking about his first credit card, Discover It Student. Nice. In May. That's awesome. So it sounds like it's going to be a card that you use a lot, especially that first year. The Discover It Student gives you that cashback match too, I believe. So hopefully you use the crap out of it this year. You're asking if you should get the custom cash in October. If you got that other card in May, your Discover It or Student, May, June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. You could try if you wanted to. I say 6 to 12 months. There's not a number that you need to necessarily abide by, but I would say that if you're in the 700s at that point, then it could make sense to go for the custom cash. You don't have to rush it. This is a long game, is kind of what I'm getting at. When I'm working out right now, I'm plowing through Iron Maiden's albums. I know that could get you hyped up. For me, it doesn't do it. I think I'm like just past that point where, like, I know like my dad liked a lot more like rock and stuff like that, or maybe a little bit more of like what you're into. But for me, I haven't ever been super fond of it. But that's just me. I'll deal with rap for now, for when I work out at least. CJ, no problem at all. That's what I'm here for. Hopefully, again, I hope to get to some of your comments if you leave them on videos too. But if I don't, I'm sorry. It's just getting to the point where I can't unless people are members. So it just is what it is. But I just appreciate you being here, and the live questions I always try to answer all of. So AJ, been loving being a part of the Discord community. I'm glad to hear that. It's a happening place for sure. So it gets pretty busy in there, but we're trying to run it as best as we can while also letting people just talk about what they want. So I hope that people are enjoying it. Taylor asking, do I plan to stay in Texas long term? Are there any other places you want to live? Well, if I'm not mistaken, you are from Charlotte, right? And I was kind of mentioning there that I could see myself living in a place like Charlotte. I could see myself living in Texas like long term for sure. That's where my family's from. That's where I have the most relation to. But at the same time, the Carolinas are a place that I've always really, really loved visiting. So I could see myself living in that area. Maybe Tennessee, but they're not along the coast at all, or don't really have quick access. So draws it down a little bit. Oh, drop this. But yeah, I could see myself living in a few states, but Texas is always going to be one that I want to be in, I'm sure, and to some degree. Ooh, John, do I have any more content collaborations in the pipeline? Well, here's some fun news for y'all. This could be an update that I didn't share yet, but John just provoked it. I'm in the middle of filming a few more Creator Conversations episodes right now. So, and some of those people might even be in the chat today. So, yeah, so I'm definitely looking to do some more collaborations, and I'll probably release those a little bit more like not like back to back, but I'll probably spread them out over a few, weeks or couple months and let y'all enjoy those. But yeah, I really have loved the conversations I've had. Wandering Doc in the building. What's up? What's up, man? Good to see you in here. I know you're a big Discord person as well, so I like to see that. Ahmad saying, "Are you the owner of the home you're moving to?" No, I'm not. I'm moving back in with my family for a little bit. That would be sick, but no, not yet. Business, rent, and utilities. Which credit card do you suggest if not working on a sub? Business, rent, and utilities. Well, the Chasing Cash is no annual fee and gives you 5x back on internet, cable, and phone services, which are some bills, but they're not utilities, I guess. I know the US Bank Cash Plus is a personal card that gives you 5% cash back on some utilities, but also maybe has a cap. I'm not 100% sure on their cards, but business rents, I don't know how the commercial rent would work if you could pay it with a credit card without paying a fee. I imagine you pay a fee, so I guess the Bill MasterCard, I guess, but that is for personal rentals. I think you could probably use it for business. I have no idea about that, so don't take my word for it. But those are my initial thoughts. Good catch-all card will always do you well, though. After spending a lot of chase points on your Mac, where are you gaining most of your points? So, to be transparent, my chase cards, where did I get all my points? A lot of my points on my chase cards came from past bonuses. Like I think I had like 300,000 or 400,000 whenever I redeemed for the MacBook. So it didn't kill me. I think I was still at like almost 200K or something like that, or like 100K. And then I think I maxed out my Chase Sapphire preferred links for 75,000 more points, which pushed me back up to like 200. I think I'm around like 200K. But yeah, I think that's really the only way I've accumulated any lately. I haven't been burning through them too quickly. I do use my Chase Ink Unlimited or my Chase on Freedom Unlimited every once in a while still, but I probably should put some more spend on them now that you mention it. Once I'm done with my referral or my retention offer on my gold card, I'll put some more spend on my Chase cards again. You could just program an AI of yourself to answer all your questions. Dude, I want that personal connection though. AI can't do it. Well, they could, but not like a personal. NK saying thank you. Yeah, man, of course. I always love answering questions, so keep them coming. Cherish that 524 slot. I need to, dude. I definitely need to. How far down am I? Okay, I got some. Okay. AP asking, do I plan on going on after the Southwest Companion Pass? Eventually, yeah, but I don't need it yet. Once again, some back burner item. I could have applied for it while they had that as part of the welcome bonus, but I didn't need it. But if I like end up getting married or having somebody I travel with very consistently, I would do the Companion Pass for sure. Because I do use Southwest a lot. JJ asking if I'm going to have different levels of membership available. I've considered doing that for sure, because obviously, like I said, the level that I have right now is pretty bare bones in the sense that like I'm not like there's not anything absolutely crazy going on with it because it is like one of the lowest levels you can have. But that priority response to comments is my main focus with it right now. I do want to introduce maybe just some like free, like some of the templates that I've used for my videos, like for spreadsheets and stuff like that. I would also probably give out in the memberships. So I've thought of some other things to add, like in the future, like maybe some membership only live streams or videos specific to y'all that maybe eventually would go on a different level if I needed to, or I'm not sure, but I would imagine that like my first, say 10 or whatever members will get access to that higher level tier, depending on what it is, for free, at least for a little bit, since y'all started so early with me, you know. Parky asking, could you review the Alaska Air credit card? I mean, I could. I don't personally use it, so I try to review, cards that I'm really familiar with, at least. If not, I already have the cards. Obviously, I have to review cards that I don't have, or my channel I wouldn't be able to post anything. But that one's so specific that I feel like I haven't been really pushed to make a video on it yet. I know that people like Matt Welter have used that card a lot, and I don't know if he's made a dedicated review or not, but there are some great reviews on that card. I know that they've changed some of their perks on it to make it less viable for companion passes and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks, but I still hear it's a pretty good card. I don't know enough about it to give you a ton of details right now, though. My wife and I are looking at the Carolinas and Tennessee too. My wife's from Texas as well. Yeah, I feel like there's a pretty natural transition up to the Carolinas and stuff. It's very similar, at least to where I'm from, in the hill country, of just really green and nice lakes and stuff like that. So I could see myself living up there. What are all these eyes here for? What did I miss? Mod with the eyes. What did I miss? Oh, okay. I see. It's just his favorite emoji. Oh, this is from okay. I gotcha. I'm slow. I'm so far behind y'all. I feel like Michael saying congrats on the 1 million views. Thank you so much for that. I'm super stoked on that. I mean, that's a massive accomplishment. Like 1 million eyeballs on my content, even if they are repeat eyeballs, like insane to me. Like so insane. Jack Taylor asking how high should my credit score be before I apply for the Amex Gold card? I always say like most cards like that, you want to be in the 700s usually. Yeah, I think like the published recommendation is 700 for the gold card. Those numbers don't mean a ton because your credit profile is made up of so many other things besides just your credit score. So as long as you have like a pretty high income and you have good credit history and you're in the 700s, like you should be fine. But you also can just check if you're pre-approved for that card now with their apply with confidence tool. So always could try that. Welcome into the live. I appreciate you joining. Sorry, I just got to this. Melio and a business catch-all for business rent. That's a good point right there too. CJ, I know you asked about that question, but yeah, you could use a platform like Melio or whatever to help you with the business rent, but I think you'd still be losing money depending on the business card that you get. So just you got to be careful, but yeah. Okay, I'm catching up. I am catching up, people. I love the US Bank Cash Plus. I use it for utilities and gym membership. That's probably exactly what I would use it for if I had it. So yeah, I think it's great. US Bank Cash Plus ground transportation works for Amtrak. That's good to know. Yeah, that definitely helps for people that use that frequently. I use the US Bank Cash Plus for utilities and internet streaming services. That's fair too. It's fair. I just picked up Discover Cashback. Would love a US Bank card. I would too eventually. I'm not on Team Cashback, but I would eventually love that. I think if you aren't having a super high velocity and you're earlier on in your credit card game, you could get US Bank cards, especially if you open up a checking account with them early. Could be worth thinking about doing. Josh said he got the Southwest card and then they pulled out of his airport like 6 months later. That sucks because you can't do much about that. You got to just cancel it at that point. DJ October saying he just got off work and joining the live. What's up, man? It wouldn't be a live without you being in here at least for a second. I know the last live, I think it was the last one, you were actually DJing a wedding or something, right? And you sent me a picture of that. That was so cool. But welcome in, man. And then CJ was saying, yeah, don't want any cashback, just points. I guess I'll just be using my CIU. I mean, that's probably a good, you're not doing anything bad by doing that, but you can get, like I said, your internet cable streaming on or internet cable phone services on the Ink Cash if you wanted to add that one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. Alaska card is great if you live on the West Coast. It's great if you're grandfathered in. But yeah, now that you move away from Seattle, it's useless. Yeah, so it's useless for like someone like me too, really. Like I wouldn't get it, but yeah. David said you can go from Los Angeles to Frankfurt for 55,000 points with Alaska's Condor transfer, with an Alaska Condor transfer. It's pretty sweet. I guess that's pretty good. I don't know if that's round trip, but if it is round trip, that's good. Spencer saying that I missed the big announcement. I was at work. Let me see real quick. I can read through these again to make sure. So I'll do a quick run through. My announcements were one that I'm moving this weekend, so my set's going to change for my YouTube videos. The second was that I'm also, I don't know if people didn't know this yet, but I'm a part owner of the credit community Discord with Daniel Braun and Mark Plymale. So if you're not in that, you could join down below for free. I'm also running a podcast channel, or I'm doing a podcast with Mark Plymale called Business Banter, which y'all can subscribe to on YouTube or watch on or listen to on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. And then the two bigger ones. One is that I'm going to be putting a much bigger emphasis on my memberships because I want to be able to actually answer y'all's comments. And my channel is getting to the point, luckily, where I can't keep up with all the comments on my videos, especially with my velocity of videos. So I'm going to be answering all of my members' comments. And then if I can get to the other ones, I will, but they're going to have less of a priority. This was another thing too. Thank you for bringing this up again. I do want to answer all of the comments that happen, at least like I'm going to stick around for like 30 minutes to an hour of each video and try to answer all of those. But after that point, well, first of all, the members will still get priority over those comments. But after that first like 30 minutes to an hour, I might not ever see your comment. Or if I do, I might not have time to answer it. So that's why being a member is so important now, if you want that access. And then the last one is that I'm working on a new project that I want y'all to keep me accountable for, because I have some great ideas that I think y'all really enjoy, and it's just in the pipeline for now. Let me get down to this first and I'll come back up. John just joined the membership. I don't know why StreamYard doesn't show the membership badge, but the membership badges are cooler than this, people. But yeah, John just became a member of the credit club. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to be answering all your comments for sure. So yeah, that's the cool part about this, is if you join the membership, you're getting your comments answered. So that's the fun part about it. But thank you so much for joining, Mem. I'm excited to see that badge change colors like Stan's in here. You go back up. Taylor saying, how long did it take you to get over the nerves of uploading a new video? My anxiety would be through the roof. Well, the first video was definitely tough. But what got me over that anxiety was that I realized absolutely nobody would see it. You know, I mean, like maybe 20 people in the entire world. Didn't stress me out. So that's like the biggest thing, was like, I was just like, nobody's going to see it. I have plenty of time to get good at this before people see it. But I did take a Skillshare class of Ali Abdal's. I did like a free trial of Skillshare and watched his like how to build a YouTube channel or start a YouTube channel. And that got me over the fear, and it pushed me to actually post my first video. And I highly recommend that to people who are wanting to get started on YouTube, because it gets you over that first hurdle. After that, the dam kind of breaks, and I feel like everybody starts to post more, but that first one's stressful. Oh, AJ asking, would you ever use your members' referral links for your videos? That's interesting. If it got to the point where I had enough members to like create a Discord separately for it, which I guess I already do, but that's definitely not a bad idea. I mean, since I run the credit community Discord though, I usually try to use people's links in there if I'm not using like one of my friends or something. That's an interesting question though. I might like strongly consider that as being one of the perks, because that would pay. I mean, if I used one of your links, I'd pay for your. You just gave me a bunch of ideas to think about. I'm honestly going to write that down. Like, okay. Discord for members and referral links. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to think more on that, AJ. Good question. Bimmer saying, actually, probably closer to 2 million eyeballs have seen your videos, since most people have 2 eyes and use both while watching videos. You know what? That is a great point. Also, if you think about it too, like the people that have seen my content, like the impressions, I don't know what that number is, but it takes a lot of impressions to get 1 million views. So it's just crazy. YouTube is such an insane platform. My God, Odin just like, I don't know if he was growling in his sleep or what. That was weird. Chad's Money Minutes. What's up, man? Chad is one of the kings of the live streams in the space, and I hope to be as good as him one day. Same with Anthony Venture and all those guys. So, Chad, I appreciate you being here, though. Chasing me a huge flurry of promotional emails right after I open my MX Plat. Do issuers get jealous like that, or is it coincidence? It depends. Like, if you didn't have a ton of credit cards already, then once you open that one, then they get access to all of your information, like your marketing information, I guess. So that you'll probably get a lot from a lot of lenders. Like I get a ton from like Discover, Chase, Amex, and I don't even have Discover cards. So yeah, I don't know if it's that they get jealous, but they definitely see that you're applying for cards and want you to apply for theirs. CJ said 2.89% fee for Melio. Is it okay for me to use the Amex Blue Business Plus if not working on the sub? Yeah, you could. It just depends. Like if you only value your Amex points at 1 cent per point, then you're losing money. But if you use them correctly and get like 2, 3, 5 cents per point, then you're making money by losing 0.89% of a fee for your rent. So think about it that way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, this is insane. All the green names in the chat. Like this is almost being, the comments are being run by the members. If y'all aren't a member, where are all your messages at? Or why aren't you a member, you know? Hitting post always calls me agitation, I imagine is what you're trying to say. Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, I definitely don't get nervous about posting anymore, but I make sure like everything's as perfect as it can be before I post. So I get that. JJ asking if I'm a UT football fan. I mean, I guess you can't tell what that is, but that's my UT diploma right there. So you know that I'm a UT football fan. Grew up here in this area, live and die by UT, but they disappoint a lot. It is what it is. Odin, come here. Come here. Come say hi to the people, dude. Come on. Oh, yeah. Let me say hi to the camera. What's up? Oh, thank you. Odin's here, people. If you're a member, you can drop your Odin emojis here, and he'll really appreciate that. Oh, man. Crypto Data, sup, Spencer? This is my first time catching you live. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm happy to have you here, so thanks for being here. And yeah, there are a lot of big hitters in here, so I love being a part of this community. There's not much else to say about it than that. Oh, man. John saying Odin live streaming coming. Yeah. He owns my whole channel, if y'all don't know that. He's actually my manager, so don't y'all even worry about that. Well, we're coming up on what? We've already been going for an hour and a half. I'm probably going to cut it off at 2, if not before, if the questions stop rolling in. But I keep doing 2-hour live streams somehow, and I enjoy them. So let's keep it going for at least a few more questions. We still got a good amount of viewers here, so let's go ahead and just keep rolling through these questions. James asking, any upcoming trips planned? Yeah. What trips do I have planned? Well, I know I have one to Vegas pretty soon, which isn't probably a big shocker. I just took one to Charlotte, and I just took one to Georgia. Do I have any other trips? I had that Europe trip that I was maybe supposed to go on, which Luke helped me a ton on and getting good redemptions, but I don't think it's going to work out. So I've kind of dropped the ball on that one. But yeah, I think I might make a few smaller trips, like maybe up to like Denver, stuff like that. So all domestic probably right now. Crypto Data said, by the way, I just got approved for the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. Congratulations on that. Just started my LLC for selling trading indicators for stocks and crypto. It's exciting to start your own business, as you know. That's awesome. I love to see that. I mean, any way that you're going to, take ownership of your life with a job that you love I'm all for it. So starting a business is great. Now that I started one, I'm just like keep wanting to expand it to different places. And I think it's awesome. And also just feeling good about applying for business cards because you actually use them as, for a business is nice too. Jesse asking, go-to coffee order. Shocking here, but I don't like coffee. So yeah, canceled. Everybody canceling their memberships. No, I mean, I'll drink some coffee, but I don't ever seek it out, really. I drink a Mio Energy, like the little squirt Mio Energy, like every morning, basically, like a little squirt of it, and it does me fine. Is there a credit card where you can redeem points for a friend or girlfriend? Ma'am, I wish. Well, actually, I guess I have a girlfriend. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, no, not quite yet, I don't think, but it might be coming. At least like maybe an AI friend or girlfriend eventually. So I opened a Charles Schwab brokerage account a couple days ago for the CS Plat, Charles Schwab Platinum card, that is. I don't have a vanilla Platinum right now. If I open a CS Plat, can I get a vanilla Plat welcome offer in the future? I hope Caesar's in here or somebody else. I mean, I know somebody else knows the answer. Whoops. I've always been told to get the vanilla version first, which leads me to believe that you cannot get the bonus on the vanilla plat after getting the Charles Schwab version, but the opposite is true. I don't know if that's 100% factual. Oh, Caesar, he's here. What does that yes mean, Caesar? Yes, you can get it still, or no? I gotta wait for Caesar's answer here, people. He can get both bonuses. Okay, then why do Caesar? Why do you recommend that people get the vanilla version first? Since I haven't done it yet, I don't know. Stan, you can answer that too, because I know you're talking here too. So why get the vanilla version first normally? Okay, so yeah, everybody's saying, yeah, they're two different products. That makes sense. And then you're saying you'd rather get the vanilla while it's elevated or targeted for you. Yeah, because the CS is the best version. I mean, I guess it's just like, why does it matter which one you get first, though? Because it's always going to have an elevated offer, the vanilla version, like it basically always does. So does it really matter? So I guess what you're saying is you get the vanilla version first, then you get the CS plat eventually because it's the better version, and then you cancel the vanilla and keep the CS plat. But again, I don't know if it necessarily matters. See, Chad's saying the same thing here. Yeah, I guess you're just saying that you get it first because the bonus is better, so you want to use the points sooner rather than later, I guess. There is a slight delay here, so whenever y'all say like yes or whatever, I don't know what you're talking about, but hopefully I'm understanding right. Okay. Yeah, Chad's kind of reiterating what I'm saying too, so okay. Well, that's probably the longest answer I've had for a question today, even though I didn't really answer it correctly. But yeah, so yeah, it doesn't. You can get bonuses on both, but people recommend getting the vanilla one first. Oh, this makes more sense. I see. So okay, yeah. So people are saying if you get the Charles Schwab version first, you're less likely to get the elevated offers on the vanilla. That makes sense from my perspective. Then again, though, I mean, you could definitely find other links out there. Like you could use a Resi link if that's eventually really high again, or whatever, to get both versions. But it technically makes sense to get the elevated offer on the vanilla version because the Charles Schwab version is not going to have any kind of like targeted offers, probably. Okay. We all learned something here today, people. We all learned. Michael asking if I play fantasy football. I do, somewhat. I know enough to like be dangerous, is what I always say, but I don't know a ton. But I did join the fantasy football league in our credit community Discord, so that'll be fun. You should try South Africa, especially Cape Town. I went there for study abroad in college. I was able to rack up all sorts of points on my credit card. Yeah, I should honestly. I've heard really great things about that area. I've never been, but I'd love to. Technically, oh, yeah, crypto. I think he was asking a. This is a true statement right here. You could transfer your Hilton points or whatever between accounts, but I think he was mainly asking. I don't know. Maybe I got that question completely wrong, what he was asking earlier. But if this is how you actually meant it to be answered, Bimmer, then this is your answer. Trying to get through all these comments again. Okay, yeah, there we go. He just needs to get a friend or girlfriend first by using his points. Best free non-chase business cards. God, I wish that this was a longer list than it is. I mean, I think the Blue Business Plus and Blue Business Cash are good. Y'all got other answers? I mean, there are some co-branded, probably no annual fee cards that are good, but like honestly, you don't have a ton of options here. I wonder what y'all think. Best non-chase business cards. I'm gonna read y'all's comments here. Yeah, Blue Business Plus and Hilton Business, but the Hilton Business has. Oh, dude, I must be getting tired. Non-Chase business cards, that doesn't mean no annual fee. I was thinking no annual fee, non-Chase business cards. But yeah, if you want any kind of business cards, then the Hilton business card is great. Any hotel business cards seem to be really, really good, as well as some airline ones if you want the bonus for them. And then you could just run the gambit on the Amex business cards, like the Amex Gold or Business Gold and Business Platinum, if you have enough spend. But that's dependent on you. James said best Hyatt properties ? I mean, I don't know. I've seen I know Daniel went to Jamaica recently, and I know that's a really popular one out there. I mean, the properties that I stay at are domestic, and I usually stay at their kind of resort locations around in Texas mostly. And I've had a lot of enjoyment at those, but they're just more like family style places. But yeah, if you're talking international, I haven't been to a ton, but I know that they have a lot of international locations, and all of them are pretty highly rated to my knowledge. I'm not going to answer any political questions here, so skip over that. You got to see one movie, Barbie or Oppenheimer. Which one? I went and saw Barbie already. I talked about this earlier because I have a girlfriend and her mom's in town, and I had no choice over the matter. But as for which one I thought would be a better movie to see, it'd be Oppenheimer. I mean, I don't know if that shouldn't be very controversial to say, but the Barbie movie was what it was. It was all right. It had Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling in it, so those are pretty big names, so it was good. Amex Blue Business Plus is a recommendation from Vincent. Yeah, that's a good one. Blue Business Plus, Wyndham Earner, Business Amex Plat. Yeah, the Wyndham Earner is an underrated one for sure. Amex Plat, yeah, it's good if you have to spend. Chad said the Hilton Honors, Blue Business Plus, Blue Cash every day, Wells Fargo Autograph, and Built. So I guess some personal cards mixed in there. Unless I missed the question that was answering. If you had to add a multiplier or change a multiplier on the CSP, what would you change? I think I'd give it a gas category, to be honest. If I had to just pick one, I'd give it a gas category. That would make it so good, 3x on gas. If I could add and change, I'd make it 3x on all grocery stores, not online, and then add gas. But I was asking for a lot, but I think one of their cards needs a gas category. It's just insane that you have to get only 2x on the chasing cash if you want to even get any gas coverage. So that'd be my answer. Yeah, Chad mentioned the Wells Fargo Autograph for a no annual fee card. Slept on. I do actually really want to make a video on the Wells Fargo Duo, or maybe even Trifecta, I guess. Well, it's really just a Duo right now, if you don't include the Built MasterCard. But I think that their Duo is really underrated, especially in the cashback game. Chase, am I ever going to come to Hawaii? Dude, when are you moving? Aren't you leaving that place, or are you just going to stay there? Because honestly, I'd love to come visit, but I got to catch you first. That'd be a big reason for me to come, was for me to come visit you. A little business trip. Crypto Data, where in Texas are you from? I'm originally from Houston, went to college at Texas State. Also seeing Oppenheimer tonight. Nice. Yeah, we thought about seeing Oppenheimer and Barbie tonight for the double feature, but we ended up seeing Barbie yesterday, and then Oppenheimer probably next week. But I'm from the Austin area, out in the country around Austin, but it's the closest. My girlfriend's from Houston, so I love going to Houston to see her family, but not from the area. And my sister goes to Texas State, so I have a lot of friends that went to Texas State, so I like that school too. Odin's growling. Park Hyatt NYC period. I've never been there before, but I imagine it's cool. CSP is probably getting a major overhaul. What makes you think that, Matt? Do you think it actually is getting one, or yeah, I guess do you have any reason for that, or are you just wanting it to? Because I think it'd be great, but I don't know. If I could only have one credit card, which one am I choosing? Honestly, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Speaking of that card, because I think it'd be a Chase Sapphire Preferred because I have access to their transfer partners. I mean, maybe you go with like the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you can only have one, but I don't know. But I just love Chase's transfer partners so much that I would need it to be probably a Chase card if I could only ever have one. Caesar said Venture X. That's a solid choice too. I mean, the Hilton Aspire is a good choice too, but it's Hilton only, so Hilton points only. So I don't know. U.S. Bank Business. That's an interesting choice. Got to come out to the nation's capital. I do want to make a bunch more just domestic trips soon. So maybe I will. I got to get a list going. Meet up with some of y'all. Chase moving August 21st. We can plan a time to go back at the same time. I know my girlfriend wants to go so bad, dude. So we'll have to make a trip at some point. I just need to like get some bigger trips on the calendar or I'll never do it. So yeah. The double feature would be close to 6 hours of Barbie and Oppenheimer. Yeah. Yeah. The Barbie one was like around 2-ish hours. But yeah, it'd be a lot. When do you think we'll see changes on the Venture X? I don't know when. I'm not going to make a guess on exactly when, but I could see it happening within the next 12 months. I mean, they're already making some subtle changes, but like it's just still one that everybody can get value from, really, if you travel even just once a year. So it's somewhat overpowered still. Oh, Freedom Rise announcement hinted to one. I kind of remember what you were talking about. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it said, but I do have a vague memory of them saying something about it affecting the Sapphire Preferred, but not holding my breath once again. If Chad's been there, you know the property's cool. It's facts. If Chase Sapphire Preferred added a gas multiplier and changed to all groceries, I think it'd be the best credit card out there. I'd even accept a slightly higher annual fee. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Cover all your high spending. It's like the City Premier card, but with better transfer partners, really, at that point. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't want them to increase the annual fee, as Billy said, but like, it depends on what they increased it to. If they just did those two things, it wouldn't justify an annual fee increase. But if they added another credit, it would. DJ Bruce Wayne. We got a bunch of DJs in here. He said, "What's up, Spencer?" Oh, okay. Try buying some Barbie Crocs. I had to drive to a store in Long Island to get a pair for my wife, but right now I'm still gardening. Need a break from intro spending. Mattel stock must be up. Yeah, honestly, after that movie, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, probably a good time to invest in them. Or a while ago, I guess, at this point, but yeah, it's kind of a crazy drive for the pair of Crocs, but you got to do, happy wife, happy life. So what are my thoughts on the City Strata card? When do I think it'll release? I'm not certain when it'll get released. I thought they said at some point this year, but here we are. I mean, obviously the Strata Premier is not going to be that exciting. I don't think it's just going to be the City Premier rebranded. The Strata Elite, I'm hoping will be awesome, but I don't think it will be because it's City. But I'd love to at least apply for it and see if I can get value from it. And I think it'd be cool content for the channel. So let's hope it's at least decent. Nick asking Marvel or DC. I feel like I've just grown up on like Marvel. Like I didn't ever really get, like my family never did much DC. I know some people are like live and die by DC. I'm not one of those people. So I go see all the Marvel movies, even though half of them are pretty bad. So I guess Marvel. Yeah, if Chase made those two changes, it'd be pretty close to perfect with all the travel protections. I agree. Why they don't do it? I guess they don't need to. They make billions of dollars, so whatever. Top 3 barbecue in Texas. Going to do a road trip in November. I mentioned some of my favorites earlier. I mean, I feel like if you're in the Austin area, you have like Franklin's and Terry Black's, which we were talking about, the debate between. Terry Black's is like the place that most people go to when they're in Austin because it's pretty popular. I like Cooper's out in Llano, but these are going to be smaller towns. And I said Snow's out in like Taylor or something like that. But those are, they're smaller towns. So you're probably not going to be driving by them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess Franklin's and Terry Black's are pretty good. I mean, Rudy's is like the budget option for barbecue here. And low-key, I love Rudy's. Like I'll pick that almost over anywhere because it's cheaper. And it's just like I could eat it anytime. Weibo asking suggestions for staying strong during gardening at 524 won't be under until March of 2024. Ooh, that is tough. Well, I guess that's not that far away, but that's 6 months, right? I mean, I would say that you, at least reasoning wise, you're going to get, you need to get value from your actual cards that you already have, or you're going to start to get thrown in pop-up jail. You're going to start being hated on by the lenders. So at least that gives you, it makes you feel good that you're putting spin on other cards to hear something like that. But obviously you can just get business cards if you really, really want to. But I've never been like spending enough to really want to keep getting bonuses while I'm gardening. I kind of want to just like use my other cards and love them. But it's up to you. Do you happen to know when deals on Apple gift cards come or through points typically come? I have no idea. That Chase Sapphire or that bonus they had with Apple when I got my MacBook Pro from them, I had no idea why it came. I don't even remember what time that was of the year, but I used it. Crypto saying you need to go to Pinkerton's in Houston. It's amazing. I've never been there. Again, I'm not from the Houston area, but around Austin, I know some decent spots. Simply Jake Finance. What's up, man? Say congrats, just stopping by, traveling for work, and have happy hour. We'll watch this tomorrow on the plane. Staying at a Hyatt house and racking up those free points from work. Cheers. That's awesome. That's like the best case scenario right there is you get the Hyatt points and you get to get your place paid for. I know my company, they had company cards you had to use, which sucks because then you don't get the points. You at least get your status. We get our status raised because like I still use my account number, my Hilton account or my Hyatt account, but to get the points for it too, pretty nice. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I know this is a super long one, but if your flight's 2 hours and you want to put this on 2x speed, you can do that. Billy's saying that the City Strata is waiting to see what changes will be made to the CSP. Personally, I'm going to say that I doubt that because they've been making this card for like those cards for so long, and these Chase Sapphire Preferred changes were pretty recent. I don't think they would hold off just because of that, especially because it's like a rumor too. But maybe I could be wrong. Jesse asking, did I switch from the Venture X to the CFU for catch-all credit card? Or over the CFU? Yeah, so I did. I've been using it for my catch-all, but I'm probably going to switch back to the Freedom Unlimited for a while to rack up more chase points. So I'm kind of going to intermittently use each one of them, depending on what points I need more of. Bimmer1, do your chase cards work for Apple Pay? My Freedom Flex works for online Apple Pay, but not for contactless payments for some reason. Yeah, they work for all mine. You may just have to contact Chase about that, like validate something for them, and you should be good. But yeah, they work for me. The debate about best barbecue places in Kansas City is literally centered around 12 or so restaurants. Yeah, we got a lot of barbecue here too, but I feel like most of them are like you kind of know where to go. You can't really find like a bad barbecue place in a lot of towns that are known for barbecue, but yeah, Kansas City's got a lot, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. DJ Bruce Wayne saying Chase needs to revamp on the Freedom Unlimited, just make it 2% and the CSP add a TSA credit or a clear credit and or a $50 restaurant credit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of the hotel credit. I would not care as long as they added like the TSA credit maybe, and then made this CFU 2%. They need to do that at this point. I mean, they just brought the Freedom Rise out that basically makes the Freedom Unlimited negligible if you started with the Freedom Rise. So like, why wouldn't you make more changes? You never know with Chase. What are your recommendations for a good bank account or type for both business and personal that earns good APY? I mean, I use Ally Bank as my like high yield savings account. I use the Amex Business Checking for some kind of interest on my checking account with for my business. Then my normal personal checking account is still just with Chase because I like having the in-branch functionality. But I store most of my money with Ally because I get the highest APY there, and that's business and personal mixed because I keep track of my transactions otherwise. So I know like what's business and what's personal, but kind of just depends. I mean, SoFi has good options. It just depends. Michael, am I a Hyatt Globalist? No, I did not go through with that built program. I know Daniel Braun just hit Globalist because of that, so that's cool. But yeah, no, not yet. I'm at the lowest tier with them. Okay, I'm going to take like 3 more questions because it's about to hit 2 hours and I want to end it before then. I have to go, guys. Great live, Spencer. Thank you so much, Caesar. Thank you for stopping by and for helping us out as always. I'm 18, have excellent credit, 780. Wow, so must have been an authorized user. I got the Freedom Flex on my birthday. What should I get next? I will be going to college. Well, you could build out a Chase setup real quick while you're under 524. Like add the unlimited and the Sapphire Preferred maybe if you want to do that. It's a pretty easy place to start. But if you like know of another system or ecosystem that you really want to get cards from, I recommend getting all the Chase cards you want first, even if that's co-branded, like with like the World of Hyatt card or whatever. But just going to college, you probably won't need a hotel card. So yeah, maybe build out the Chase trifecta and then switch to other lenders that you really like. But you don't need to be in a rush or anything. Like you're just getting started. So take a few months to use that card and then start adding other ones. I already talked about the City Strata card a couple times, Taylor. I can't tell you where to zoom back to, but we just talked about it a little bit. Moral of the story is I hope that the Elite card is good. The Premier card is just going to be a rebrand, so I'm not really concerned about that one. But knowing this is City, I imagine there's going to be something I don't like about the cards, but I just hope they're good enough for me to apply for. DJ October, I don't know if you're asking about me. I feel like we talked about this, but I'm in Texas, so pretty close to Oklahoma if you're asking me. And I'd love to take you up on that if I'm ever in the area. Jose, if you have to Venmo for rent, do you happen to know if there's still a way to redeem points through the built card? No, I don't think so, because that wouldn't code as rent if you used it through Venmo. Like that was actually my issue with. I haven't gotten the built card for that reason. I was Zelling my landlord before, and there's no reason to get the built card for that. I could have sent him a check or whatever, but I didn't do it. It's a good question though. There might be workarounds for it. I'm not 100% sure how to utilize the built card in the best ways yet, since I don't have it and I can't test things. There might be a way to still get 1% back by using Venmo. I'm not sure though, because if you use a credit card on Venmo, I think they have to charge you a fee no matter what. I could be wrong. But if Built gives you a bank account that you can use through Venmo that also codes as rent, which I don't think it would, maybe it would, then it would work. But it looks like Matt's saying that you can use Built ACH, which is kind of what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of people are saying that. Josh with ACH. Built, yeah. So yeah, you could. So I guess you could. I just don't know if it'll work for Venmo though. I wonder if you can just like ACH, like transfer like Zelle or something, your landlord and code it as rent. I just don't know because I don't have the platform, but it sounds like you can do it. Thoughts on the Capital One travel portal / travel credit? I haven't used it yet, but I do see a ton of value in it. Also, gosh dang it, I forgot to stop. We're going to be going above 2 hours, but whatever. People can deal with it. I haven't used the travel portal yet, but I've heard great things, specifically from like Joshua Butler's had some good experiences with it. He told me about, and I can see it being really powerful. So I don't know. I don't have an issue with using the travel credit through their portal because it's one trip a year. it's not hard to get value that way, but it's just me. Thanks so much, Josh. Thanks for stopping by. I think we're about to wrap up here, y'all, but I want to answer just a couple more questions and then we'll call it a day. But thanks for stopping by, Josh. Aspirational travel goal. I want to go to, like, I've said this multiple times, like Greece, Italy, Australia, London. I haven't been to any of those places, and I think it'd be sick to do that, but haven't done it yet. Michael, my favorite hotel chain is Hyatt. Worth getting the CSR for the Sapphire lounges. If you have a Sapphire lounge near you, I would recommend trying to see what the reviews are on it first, and then if you would use it every time you go to the airport, then sure. But it's not worth it alone for that, but if you use the other credits and stuff, then it could be worth it. Ooh, Chad's going to go live after me? Shoot. You should do it, Chad. I'm about to get off, honestly. I don't know how to redirect people to you, but I definitely would. Can I do that? Oh, God. I'm losing my mind over here, people. There's too many things going on. How do I make it? Chad, if you go live, let me know in the chat, and I'll try to redirect people to you if I can make it happen. I'd love to do that. Live redirects. How do I find that? God dang it. I don't want to be doing this on air, but redirect. Ha 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 ha. Pop-up prison. Is that you, Chad? I think I did it, Chad. Okay. Good. I'll feel good about sending y'all to an awesome live after this, and I'll probably join in. Okay, if you had unlimited points and miles, what would be your dream trip? I actually answered this in my last live stream, and I did a cut down version of it that you can watch on my channel. That's my last Q&A, and it's like 30 minutes, but I answered that question with the timestamp, so go check that out. Ryan said he loves my videos. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you being here, and I love to see that you joined the live. Ahmad, thank you so much again for being here and for joining the membership tonight. That's awesome. Oh, here's a disadvantage that built ACH. Okay, good to know, Matt. I still don't know enough about it, but oh, you're saying unless you have the card, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see here, guys. Luis, I will be doing more creator conversations episodes very soon, people. So get ready for that, please. It'll be great. We have a bunch of good guests coming on soon. All right. Well, everybody, I really, really appreciate y'all being here. John, thank you so much for being here. Thank y'all for the support today, for joining the memberships. Once again, if you want your questions or comments answered on my normal videos, please join the membership, because that's going to be how I actually answer people's comments basically from here on out, because it's getting too busy. So I hope you all understand. I'll do my best to answer any comments I can, but priority response to my members are going to always be there. And that's what's important about it. So if you want answers to that, please join. You don't have to do it during a live. You can do it later. But thank you all so much. Chad, you are live, right? Am I crazy? Give me confirmation real quick, Chad. I think you are live. He probably got off of mine. It said upcoming, so I don't know. But yeah, everybody have a great night. Thank y'all so much. John, thank you for the congratulations. We'll have another live stream soon, y'all. Don't worry. I'll talk to you later, DJ Bruce Wayne. It was good to see you. Billy, thank you for being here. Jesse, all the questions, I appreciate y'all. Chase, I appreciate you as well. Y'all have a great weekend. Good night to you, Matt. I will be talking to you soon as well. DJ October, I appreciate you as well. Odin definitely says hi. I'm going to get him in here to sign off. But Spencer, from one Spencer to another, I appreciate you. I'll talk to you later. Josh. Odin, come here. Come sign everybody off. We're going to send them to Chad's live stream. Come here. Come here. I know. You're crazy. Say goodbye to the people. Hey, they're right there. Okay. That's all right. Well, I'll see y'all later. I'll send y'all to Chad's upcoming live. Go check him out. He's a great dude. But I'll talk to y'all later.